Hi everyone, it's Cristina. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to share with you guys this DIY photo album that I made. It's actually an album of all the piñatas that I've made. I mentioned it in a previous video that I like to make piñatas, and I've been doing it for about 10 years now, I believe. Like on and off. There was a period where I made a lot of them, but like lately I stopped, and then now I'm starting to make them again. But I actually just finished filming a video for you guys where I made a piñata. And before I posted that video, I wanted to post this one, which is all of my past piñatas that I've made. I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so this is like a Happy Planner notebook. It's a Minnie Mouse. This is actually not the front cover. This is actually the front cover of it. Whenever I saw this, I forgot what release it was, but I loved it so much. This is so cute. Like, she's so cute. And it had, I think it had plastic disc, but I replaced the disc with metal ones because I love metal discs. And it has a little Mickey head on it right there. But although I like this cover, I rather flip it because I love this polka dot. I love polka dots, and I thought this was so cute. And the reason why I thought this notebook would be perfect for my piñata photo album was because the first piñata I ever made that I actually got paid for, because I made a few, practice piñatas before. But my first piñata that I made or that I actually got paid for was a mini piñata. And it's like the first one in here, so I'll show you guys. Let's get started. And I do want to like share a little bit of, each piñata, who they were for or why did I make it or whatever. So, okay. Here we go. This is the first piñata I ever made. Mini. And I love this piñata. It was so cute. And like, it was for this little girl. I used to work like at a dry cleaners. And this lady that would go in, like, we would always talk about, like, because we both loved crafting. We had that in common. And she said, hey, because I had told her that I was like kind of like I was kind of like experimenting like to make piñatas. And she's like, well, you know what, I have this little girl, I think it was her like goddaughter, it was gonna be her birthday, and she's like, do you think you could like make me a piñata? And like, she showed me a picture of a piñata that was similar to this, and she's like, do you think you can recreate this? And she's like, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. She's like, just similar, it's just a carousel kind of. And I'm like, well, I could try. And this is what I came up with, and I think it looks pretty cute. But this picture is so old. This was like 10 years ago. But like, I made all this out of cardboard, and this is like gift tissue. And then I added the stuffed animals, and then this piñata I found it was a tiny piñata that I found at Party City, and I just cut it in half and I like stuck it on there so it could be like a carousel. But yeah, that's my baby. That's my first piñata ever, so I really love it. And then here I have it divided into girls, boys, and adult piñatas, because I do have a few adults that have asked me to make piñata for them, like for adult parties. Like, I don't mean like, I mean like beer piñatas or something like that. I've gotten a few requests, so I have those in there too. But let's get started with the girls section. This piñata was actually for my little stepdaughter last year, and she was having a mermaid party, so I made this for her, and oh, it came out so cute. I love it. Okay, this is a cowgirl boot. Oh my god, this is for my how do I explain this? My niece, her little sister. I mean, it would even be my niece too, but no, she's from her mom's next marriage, so she's not my niece, but she's my niece's little sister, and I made her a cowgirl boot for her party. Dog my stuff, and this is for that same little girl. I tend to put them together when it's for the same, like this little girl. I made this for her 4th birthday, Dog McStuffins. So cute. This was for her too. Her name is Camila, and I made her number 3. So see, I basically did like every year of her birthday. This is 3. It's a mini also. And then this was her 1st birthday. I don't know which one. Maybe I didn't do the second. I think I did do her 2nd birthday, but that's one of the ones that got deleted from my phone. But this was from her first party. And she really liked Minnie because she had it for her first party and for her third. That's so funny. But yeah, this is for Camila, her C. And then this was for my cousin's little girl. She turned 5. Her name was Sophia. So I put an S and a 5 because Sophia was turning 5. This is the back, and then this was the front. It was Alice in Wonderland theme. And this was for the same little girl, for Sophia, but it was for a previous birthday. It was a mermaid. Okay. This was for a friend from high school. Her little girl was turning 1. And I made her little cupcake theme piñata. This was for a friend. Yeah, her friend actually was her niece. One of my friend's nieces was having like a princess party, so I made that for her. And then this was very unique. It was a friend from high school. Actually, she asked me to make this for her, I think for her sister. It was like was it a baby shower? I don't remember. Or maybe it was a birthday party. This was years ago, guys. I don't remember it too well, but I do remember this because she sent me a picture saying if I could make that. And I thought it was so like unique. But yeah, it's an octahedron. I looked it up. And then this was for one of my little boys. Well, my oldest boy, his little cousin. She wanted Hello Kitty. I thought this was so adorable with the whiskers. I made that with pipe cleaners. And here's another mini. I hadn't realized how many mini piñatas I've made, but yeah, that's another mini piñata. It's kind of like a swing. And I added her. This was for like a friend. Her little girl, her name was Saira. And this one, oh my gosh, you guys, I love this piñata so much. And I feel like recreating it, or maybe like a different princess, but I love this piñata. It looks so beautiful. Like, I don't know how I came up with like this, like putting the tissue that way to make it look like her dress, and I put the white underneath, and it is just, this piñata was beautiful. I love it so much. This is one of my favorites. It was for one of my friends from work. It was for her niece, and she asked me to make her a Cinderella piñata. And like, I love when they give me like freedom to like come up with whatever. Like, they'll just say, well, it's a Cinderella theme, so just give me a Cinderella theme piñata, right? And so I came up with this, and oh, it's beautiful. I love it. And this was for my sister's friend, for her little girl, Little Mermaid. It was more simple, and it was a really small piñata. She wanted something small. And this was, my aunt asked me to make this. I don't know who it was for. It was like one of her friends or her niece or something. But she just said, make me a Victoria's piñata. So I'm like, okay. And I love a star, so I was like, I think a star would be awesome. And it's pretty simple. I just added a picture of the girl on the front and some music notes. And I love the purple. Purple's so pretty. This was another Hello Kitty. I believe it was for the same little girl with the other, my son's little cousin. Because they really liked Hello Kitty. He has 2 little cousins that are like almost the same age. They're sisters. They're like a year apart. And they love Hello Kitty. So I made this. And I like the bow, how I made this with the outline, the zebra outline. It's so cute. This was one of the first piñatas I made that I was practicing on. I guess you can tell that it's kind of, I don't know. This was before I learned how to make like curved. Like, so I just made it squared, and I just added a picture of SpongeBob on there. It was for my niece. This was for my niece, Rosie, and this picture is so blurry. This is like from years ago, and then I printed it out, or I don't know, but this is so blurry, but I like the big strawberry. It looks so cute. This was one I was experimenting with this. It was for my niece, and she just said Princess Peach. I want Princess Peach, and I'm like, okay, so I just made it a basic, like a cube, like square. And then this template, I found it somewhere online, but I made this whole castle out of paper. And then I just added this little car of princess on there. I thought it was cute. And I added a little flower right there. This was for a friend, for her little niece. She wanted a bumblebee piñata, so I came up with that. I thought the wings were really cute. And her little cheeks. This was for my other niece. I have a lot of nieces. For my niece Naomi. She was so, and it's so weird to talk about this because my niece just had her second baby, and this was her when she was like little. It was for her when she was little, and she wanted the Disney fairies, so I came up with that little tree and put them all on there. Okay, so that was all for the girls. Now we're going to the boy section. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this piñata so much. This was for my little one, my little boy. He turned 3 in March, and this was his piñata. He had a Paw Patrol party, and it was actually not a big party. It was like a small get-together because, you know, COVID and everything. We just had a small get-together, and I made him this piñata. He loved it. I love it. It's so cute. And this was also for him. This was when he turned 2. He loved Elmo. He still loves Elmo, so I made him an Elmo piñata. And this is for my older son. This is for when he turned 8, and he loves science, and he loves sciences, so I made him that piñata. I think these next ones are all for my oldest son. Yeah, I made, oh my gosh, I love this piñata too. It's a pirate ship. We had a pirate party for him, and I guess that was his 7th birthday, because this was his 8th birthday, so this was for his 7th birthday, and I love this piñata. This is one of my favorites, along with the Cinderella one. I love this piñata so much. It's so pretty. I wish I could recreate it. If someone had a pirate party, I would love to recreate that. This was also his for my son. He had a Batman party. I just made a simple and blue. This was his also, Damien, that's my oldest son. This was when he was turning 5. We had an Angry Birds party, and the black Angry Bird is his favorite, so I made him that. And this was the first piñata I ever made for him, I believe. Yeah, this was the first piñata I made for him. It was a Spider-Man. He loved Spider-Man. He was obsessed. And he liked both the black suit and the red suit Spider-Man. So I did this one side and this on the other. I loved how it turned out. This was for my nephew, my younger sister's little boy. This was for, I think this was his first birthday, because his birthday is close to Halloween. So we did like a Halloween theme party for him, and I made him this little tombstone piñata. This was also for him, for my nephew. He loved Iron Man, and I really like this one. I don't know why, I really like this little line I made right here, because it looks like from far away, it looks like it'll open up, but it doesn't. But I love that. And I love how his eyes look like they're glowing, but they're not. It was just the color. This was for him too, for my nephew. He had a little construction party. And I love how little, it looks like little and chunky. I love this piñata, it's so cute. This is probably the most recent piñata I made. Other than the video that I'm gonna post soon. I made this one, he turned 3. This is for my nephew, my cousin's little boy. He turned 3 in August. So this is probably the most recent piñata I made. He wanted a PJ Masks piñata. So I just did a number 3 and I added these guys on there. I think you can tell because this picture is so clear. You can tell that it's like really recent. Well, more recent than the others that look really blurry. This was for one of my friends from elementary school, actually. Her little boy liked Minecraft, so I made him that creeper. This was for my sister's friend, her little boy, Jaden. He really liked Toy Story, and I made him this. And oh my gosh, now that I think of it, my little one birthday is in March, and I think he's gonna have a Toy Story like party, so I might make him probably different than this, but yeah, I'll be making a Toy Story piñata soon. This was for a family friend, for her little boy. He wanted Superman, and I thought this was so cute. It's like the Funko Pop Superman. I thought it was really adorable. This was actually for the lady that I talked to y'all about from that first piñata. This first one. This was for her also, but it was for her grandson. He turned 2, and he liked Bubble Guppy, so I made him that one. This was for my sister's friend. Her son wanted a Minion piñata. I thought that was really cute. Now that I think of it, my brother, my older brother, he's like grown, but he really likes Minions. I should make him a Minion piñata. His birthday's in November. This was for my cousin. Her stepson actually liked Transformers, so I made this one, and I like how it's like double-sided. The Autobots and the Decepticons. This was for a family friend. Yeah, the baby was turning 1, and I thought this was so cute. Little Mickey Mouse. This was for my godson, actually. Yeah, he's like all grown up now, but I was experimenting with piñatas and I said, hey, you want a piñata for your birthday? I'll make you one. And he's like, sure, make me a New York Yankees one. So I made him this. And I like how on the side I made it look like baseballs. And then I put this bat through it. I thought it was cute. I mean, to be one of my first piñatas I made, I thought that was pretty cute. This was for the same lady that I told you about with the mini piñata. But I don't remember who. I think it was for her son. He wanted a cat in the hat piñata, and I just put his name on it. This is a really old picture. It's from a friend from work. Her son really liked Mario, and she said, hey, come up with something, Mario theme. And I'm like, okay. I love this one. I wish I had a clearer picture, or maybe I'll just recreate it because it's really blurry. But I really loved, I made these little blocks out of paper. And then this one, I printed these out, and I thought it was so cool. And like the star looks like it's floating, but it's actually like a wire that I put right there. You can't really tell because it's blurry. This was also from a friend from work. Her son liked Diego, so I made him that one. I really liked how I put the mountains and the little grass and the water. Like looks like a little scene. I really like it. This was for a friend from high school. Her little boy wanted Thomas and Friends. I really liked from this one that I made like a train track out of cardboard. I just cut out the little squares. It took me forever, but I love the way it turned out. This was for a family friend. It was a little boy who loved Curious George, so I thought I would just make the balloons and then have George hanging off of it. This was for my nephew when he was really little. He didn't really have a party, but I just wanted to make him one just for his birthday. And I really liked how I made this little street. And this bottom part, it's supposed to be like a tire. So I put Lightyear. And then I made these cars out of paper. I put Lightning McQueen on one side and then made her on the other. And that's it for the boys. So now the adult section. This is actually a piñata I made for my husband for his birthday last year. In October, we had a small get together, and I thought I would make him a piñata. And some adults, for adult parties, they like to fill these with like little tiny liquor bottles. But since it was going to be kind of like a family get together, I was like, I'll just put candy in it. I'll just put candy in it for the kids. So the kids broke it open, but it was for him, for his birthday. He really liked it. And this was actually for my husband's friend. He said if I could make him my modelo piñata. I'm not sure if they put candy or little bottles in there. I don't know what they did with it, but I really like the way it turned out. It looks pretty real. And this, I made it recently also for one of my husband's friends. He asked for a Buchanan bottle, piñata. And it was so funny because he actually, whenever my husband took it to him, he fell in love with it. He really liked it. He's like, you know what? I'm not breaking this piñata. I love it so much. And he actually thought, he's like, you know what? I'm going to keep it and I'm going to like keep it as a piggy bank. I'm gonna put money in it and like save it. I'm like, okay, whatever you want, it's yours, Oh, and I put two because I had already made one. I think it's coming up. Yeah, this is a bigger one. This is a smaller one. My sister asked me to make this for her husband, but this was a long time ago. And I believe he actually didn't break it either. Like he really liked it too. They didn't break it because it was so cute. He put it like he has a man cave, so he put it like in his man cave. And this was for a girl, actually. Well, obviously an adult girl. This was for her favorite beer, so I made her that. She liked it. And that was it, guys. Those are all the piñatas I've made. Well, not all of them because, like I said, I lost some of the pictures of my some of the piñatas. But like I said, I will be posting a video where I made the most recent piñata that I made. So look for that. It should be coming soon. Okay, so that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!